meditation. So just practicing as you count. But if you realise you've lost your way and you're thinking, then just acknowledge I am thinking and bring your attention back to the counting of the breath. Bottom of the next exhalation, lowering your head, blinking your eyes open. Okay, so bring your feet into butterfly, so the soles of the feet together. Let your knees fold out to the side, but then you want to press the soles of the feet in towards each other and draw up through your pelvic floor. Hold on to your shins, and then you want to try and sit up. So if you find that difficult, wiggle yourself to the edge of your block, so you can almost feel like you're tipping your pelvis over. So it helps to straighten your lower back. Lift your chest, draw your chin down slightly, so your neck is long. Just feeling, we're not forcing the hips forward, but feel as if you're pressing your hips gently towards your heels. And then you're going to hinge forward, it could even be a couple of centimetres, but seeing if you can press your elbows down towards your thighs and then start to curl inwards. So now you're going to draw your navel in, start to bring your rib points towards your hips, curling inwards. You can move your hands to hold your toes. So just deepening that inner thigh stretch. And then inhale, sitting up. Take your hands to the outside of your knees. Bring your knees together. And then come off your block. Just going to move slightly. Press through your sitting bones, so feel yourself lifting up tall. Inhale, bring your arms up, and then clasp your hands, turn your palms up, press up towards the ceiling, so feel you're pressing down with your bottom, drawing up through your core, and then exhale, bring your right hand down, bend the elbow, and then reach over with the opposite arm. So feel as if you're trying to ground through your hips, but lift out through those side ribs. Inhale, coming all the way over. Left palm down, bend the elbows, sweep that arm over, stretch out through the right ribs. And again to the other side. And again change to the other side. And then back to centre. We're going to bring our legs wide, so the soles of the feet as if you're stamping on the wall, so flexing your toes, drawing the toes back towards the shins, push through your heels, feel the back of the thighs as if they're trying to press down to the floor, and then bring your fingertips behind you, and it's like you're accelerating through your feet, so press through the balls of the feet, and almost like you're trying to claw your legs a little bit longer, push and then release, so push through the balls of the feet and then push the heels away like you're dragging the backs of the thighs a little bit longer, little pulses. And then inhale, bend the left leg, bring the sole of the foot against the opposite thigh, and you're not just hanging out here, you want to have the straight leg nice and strong, push through the heel, back of the thigh presses down, flex the foot, and then get that connection. So the thigh and the foot are pressing in towards each other. And then you're facing through the center of your legs. Inhale, bring your arms up. Reach up, and then you're going to draw your navel in and twist, but try not to let this hip rise up on the bent leg. And then reach your chin and chest forward and then fold. So curl in, draw the navel in. If you can't reach your foot, just rest your hands on the floor or your shin. This is about using your core to reach you forward. It's not about stretching through the shoulders. So you want to try and turn yourself to face the straight leg. Draw in through the navel, lift the pelvic floor. And then inhale, arms come up, come back to center. Exhale, hands to heart. Take the other foot wide. Bend in. So now you want to get the connection first between the sole of the foot and the thigh. Sit nice and tall. Inhale, bring your arms up. Reach up. And then you're going to revolve. Lead with your chin and your chest. Exhale, fold. Again, if you feel you can almost reach the foot, it's almost like we don't want to go there. We actually want to lift the chest, relax through the elbows. So it's using your core, feel the back of the legs, the straight leg lengthening. Use your breath. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands to center, come onto your hands and knees. Tabletop pose, so hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Okay, a little exercise to call it the sink and punch to move the shoulder blades. So trying to get the shoulder blades to move across the back ribs. So arms are straight, you want to push the floor away, so we're not just hanging out in here and have the shoulders up near your ears. Straight arms, push like every part of your hand is suctioning down into the mat, and then you want to spread your shoulder blades. So we're not moving our hips at all, we're not carrying, we're just moving the shoulder blades. So shoulder blades are spreading, draw your navel in, and lift through the back of the head, so your head isn't dangling, neck is toned. And then almost squeezing your forearms towards each other so you're not tempted to bend at the elbows. You're going to draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Sink your chest. Sinking down. And then punching up between the shoulders. Use your breath. Exhale to sink. Inhale. Spread the shoulder blades. So keep your head, so the back of your head should be in the line with your shoulders, so you're not dangling the head down. That puts extra weight through the shoulders, so we're trying to release that shoulder blades. So really pressing the floor away, keep sinking. On the exhale, shoulder blades draw together, and then inhale, spread the shoulder blades apart. Puff out between the shoulder blades. Okay, come back to neutral. We're going to inhale, take the left arm forward with the palm facing inwards, and take the right heel back. But flex at the ankle, so you want to draw the toes down, push through the heel. Internal rotation of that back thigh, so you're not rolling the hip open. Hips are level. Another breath here, and then exhale, change. Inhale, right arm forward, palm face inwards. Left heel, left foot stamping on the floor, on the wall behind you. So trying to get nice and long so you can feel the core lengthening, but you're engaging, working those muscles. Exhale, change, inhale. Keep breathing, and then as we move, use your breath, other side. And change. So the back leg doesn't have to be high, you want the heel roughly in line with the hip and the shoulders, and then come back to neutral. Now we're going to curl, so push the floor away, spread your shoulder blades a little, lift through the back of the head, so the neck is toned, and then you're going to draw the right knee to your nose. So curl inwards, lift that heel up towards the bottom, and then exhale, take the leg straight back. And again, same leg, curling the knee towards the left elbow. Press the floor away with your palms. And then exhale, take the leg back. Inhale, right knee, right elbow. Lift that knee up, draw the heel up. Exhale, take the leg back, and then come back into tabletop. So other side. Inhale, left knee to nose. Curl it in, spread the shoulder blades. Exhale, take the leg back. Inhale, cross the body, curl the left knee to your right elbow. Draw the knee out, spread the shoulder blades. Exhale, take the leg back. Inhale, left knee, left elbow. And then take the leg back and come back to tabletop. We're going to come into child's pose, so if ever you feel you need to take a little break, this is where you go, if it feels good for you. Some people don't like the compression in their knees, but so knees wide, toes touching, sit your bottom back towards your heels and bring your arms forward. Rest your forehead, tip of the nose on the mat, let your elbows drop. Lovely to lengthen through the hips, the glutes, the lower back. And then we're going to activate our child's pose, Balasana. You're going to lift your elbows, straight arms, so keep your head on the mat. If you find your head dangling, you can prop it on your block or your towel. But activating the arms, so now straight arms, press your palms down and then push your hands away from you. So feel that magnet in your tailbone drawing down towards your heels. Feeling into that stretch, use your breath. And then bring your hands ready for down dog. So palms down, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. And if you've got socks on, unless they're yogi socks, I suggest you take them off because you'll have better traction on the mat. Okay, so come up on your toes, bend your knees, relax your head so your ears are between your arms, and lift your bottom high. So turn your tailbone up to the ceiling. Press the floor away with palms, really draw those armpits towards the mat. And then start to straighten your legs. So take your thigh bones back, draw the heels down. So it doesn't matter if they don't reach, but you want to If you feel your back is rounding, your lower back is starting to round, then you keep your knees bent. So it's the long spine we want. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Slowly come up to stand. And walk to the front of your mat. Standing in mountain, so feet hip distance apart and parallel. Draw up through the kneecaps, feel the quads engage. Draw up through your core, and then relax the shoulders back and down. So we've got those shoulder blades unstuck from the back body. So you want to feel good alignment, reach through the crown of the head, and softly reaching fingertips to the mat. Your gaze, your soft focus, your drishti is in front of you, and then inhale, bring your arms up, bring your palms to touch. So here, lifting up, pressing or reaching with the middle fingers to the ceiling. Feel how if you squeeze your shins towards each other as if there's a block between your thighs. Kneecaps squeezing, core lengthening as you lift. But knit those ribs, so you don't want to let the ribs flare out, so draw the ribs slightly back, and then turn your gaze to your thumbs. And then exhale, forward fold. If fingertips don't reach the mat, you can bend your knees a little, otherwise straight legs. Inhale to halfway lift, palms into shins, straight legs, look up. So turn the tailbone up so you can feel your hamstrings lengthening. And exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, far up those legs, core, reach up, knit the ribs, turn the gaze, and again, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart, and standing mountain. Sun Salute A, Surya Namaskar A. Standing in mountain, inhale, palms to touch, reach, look up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale to Chaturanga. So palms down, walk your feet back to plank. So rock forward, shoulders over wrists, and then you're going to tip forward, lower yourself to the mat. Then inhale to cobra. So tops of the feet press down, low cobra. So stay low, hug the elbows in and draw them down. So you don't want this. You want to draw the shoulder blades down your back, curl through the upper back. Exhale, tuck your toes, come back up into down dog. 3 breaths here. Finding that length of your dog that feels comfortable. You don't want to be too short, don't want to be too long. But so you can get your tailbone lifting up, get that length in your spine. And then inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees deeply, look forward. And spring forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart, standing mountain. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. From mountain at the front of your mat. Inhale, palms to touch, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look up, tailbone up. Exhale, Chaturanga, low press up. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to down dog. 3 breaths. And then inhale to come forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Standing mountain. Okay, This time, I'm going to do it with you, but I'm just going to call the breath, so not anything else. So just feeling into the breath. So we're using our breathless sound, Ujjayi. If you're not sure what that is, I'll explain another day. But just that soft restriction at the back of the throat, so it's like your own little metronome, keep you in time. So standing in mountain, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, standing mountain. Okay, so those are so good to do if you just did 3 or 5 of those when you jump out of bed, leap out of bed in the morning. It just warms up all the major muscle groups and joints, and gets you tuned into your breath, so it's very grounding. Okay, from the front of the mat, standing in mountain, inhale, take the weight into your right foot and lift your left knee up. Pause, so use your shoulders, so roll the shoulders back and down, reach those fingertips gently to the mat, so giving you an upward lift of energy and that downward grounding feeling. Step back to high lunge. So you're on train tracks, not on tightrope, so feet are hip distance apart. On the ball of the back foot, sink through the right knee. So right knee stacked over right ankle. Bring your hands to your heart. And then bend the back knee a little. So draw the tailbone down, it's like you're tucking it. Draw the tailbone down as if you're drawing it down to the heel. And then push through the back heel, straighten the back leg. So staying down, but you're feeling that lengthening through the hip flex at the front of the hip. Make sure that front knee isn't rolling in. You should be able to see the big toe on the inside. And then you're going to lean forward. That's your hamstrings, your glutes. And then press into your palms. Draw your navel in. Twist the left elbow over the right knee, but don't touch it down. And then come back to center, lift up. Legs stay the same. Lean forward. Twist again. Don't touch the elbow down. Come back to center. Lift the chest up. One more. Growth mindset is our theme, which is to enjoy the agony as it's happening, not just think of the reward, and then step forward. Give the legs a shake. So it's that, the growth mindset, it's that I can attitude rather than this is not for me, I can't. So just use your breath, steady your breath. If you need to take a break, you take a break. But I think you can do it. So standing in mountain, other side. Inhale, take the weight into your left foot. Lift your right knee up. So feel that alignment, sole of the foot, out through the crown of the head, your drishti, soft focus in front of you. And then exhale, step back to high lunge. So nice and long, so you're not too short, so your knee wants to come forward. We want to stack the joints, so left knee over left ankle. Bring your hands to your heart, draw your navel in, and then bend that back knee just for a moment. So this isn't our normal high lunge, but just to feel, as you draw the tailbone down, you'll feel that extra length in the front of the hip, and then push through the heel, straightening that back leg. Inhale, lean forward, and then as you exhale, you're going to twist. Come back to center, lift up. Twice more, lean forward, twist. Come back to centre. Last one, keep that nice right angle in the front knee and twist. Come back to centre and then step forward, give the legs a shake. So it's like active range of motion. So instead of normally you can even take the thigh, bring the elbow over, twist. That's using a lever, another part of your body. So when we do it this way, this is what your muscles can actually do. So you might not go very far because you don't have enough strength yet in the obliques or so on. But this equally is, it feels good, it's a good stretch, but it's not building as much strength. That's passive, this is active. So, okay, front of the mat. Inhale, bring your palms to touch, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and pause here. Extend the spine, slide the shoulder blades down towards your waist, look up. And then you're going to draw your navel in, bring your fingertips down. So if you can't reach the mat with straight legs, you're going to hold on to your elbows. We're all going to let the head hang. And then little elephant walks. So now you're going to straighten one leg and bend the other, but the heels stay down. And again, change. So just slowly straightening one leg and then the other, really gently feeling into our hamstrings, even down to calves. And this is because it's elephant walk, because from behind it's that big bottom swing on an elephant, not you. Okay, then you're going to, from here, you're going to take, so you can see, you're going to take your feet wide, turn your toes out, and then we're going to come into a squat. So this might not be possible for some people, so we'll firstly see how you go. So you want to try and drop your bottom down and lift your chest. And if it's not possible to keep your heels down, then instead of, normally we'll have props and so on, but we're going to keep the toes pointing out, sit down a little, and only go as far as you can without your heels lifting. So if it's here or here, so we want to load the thighs a little. So if you can't drop down, just stay there. Bring your hands to your heart. Still feeling the burn of the thighs. But you want to make sure your knees are tracking over the middle toes. So we don't want this kind of thing. So stacking joints. How are we doing? Inhale, press through the feet, come up. So we're going to do 5 times, we're going to go up and down. So if you can't go far down, if your knees don't like this, you can practice by just allowing, so you can sit, and then just allow that hip action just to sit tall and fill into that, and you can even hinge a little, so that's external rotation. But if you, squats are really good for building strength around the knees, so this is a little functional mobility. So feet wide, so only go to as far as you can, bring your hands to your heart. So you're going to squat down as far as you can, and if you're all the way down, lift your chest, and then you're going to use your glutes, bottom squeeze to come up, and then squeeze your thighs down and up. So it might be in just using your breath, so it's up to you whether it's an, I would say it's an exhale coming up, because when it's a harder action, normally an inhale is an upward lift, but this is more a pushing action. Is this the last one? Talking too much. Okay, bring your feet together, back to the front of the mat. We're going to take a vinyasa, so this is half a sun salute. Bend your knees, palms down. Step back for chaturanga, low press up. So rocking forward, tip forward, hug those elbows in as you lower. You can drop your knees if you need to. And then inhale to cobra, not up dog. Tops of the feet press down, feel your pubic bone pressing down. Draw the elbows down to your waist and push through your palms. So feel those triceps, the back of the arms a little. Hug them in, draw them down. And then exhale. Lower down a moment, but we're going to come up again. Inhale, lift. So feel how you have to use your back body, your legs, to hold it. Push through the palms. You're going to push the palms away from you. And now, squeeze your core. You're going to drag the hands back. So they're not moving, but the energy of the hands go back towards your hip. It's hard. And then exhale. Rest your head on your forearms. Turn your feet out. Rock your hips a little. And then bring your elbows out to the corners of your mat. Bring your left hand on top of your right hand. And then you're going to just gaze down to your hands, far up your thighs. So like cobra legs, press the tops of the feet down. And then you're just going to lift the right leg an inch. But you want to keep the hip down. So try not to bend it. You want to push through the toes, trying to keep that hip down on the mat, but the thigh is lifting. And then soften. Other side. So left leg slightly lifts, but you're keeping those hips down. Keep both feet engaged, tops of the feet down, top of the right foot down. Lift the left foot an inch. And then exhale, release. So this time, you're going to lift the right leg an inch, keep it long, keep the hip down, but the thigh starts to lift, and then reach your left arm forward, turn the palm inwards. Keep breathing, press the pubic bone down, so feel those glutes working, and then exhale, bring the hands back on top of each other, rest your head on them. And then again the other side. So this time you're going to reach the left leg back and the right arm forward. But keep the leg low. It's not about how high it goes. You want to keep the hips down and get the leg long. Reach the arm forward. So lift your head slightly, so yeah, the gaze is down at your hand, so neck is long. And exhale, release. This time we're going to come into a long locust. So you're going to reach both arms forward, have the outside edge of your hand pressing down into the mat. Gaze is down. Inhale, lift both legs, lift your arms. But feel you're broadening across the lower back. So internal rotation of your thighs, you're spreading your pelvis. And exhale, soften, relax your head on your arms. And then again, inhale, lift, long locust. Gaze down. Keep the breath steady. Exhale, release. And then bring your hands beside your ribs, tuck your toes under, lift up into down dog. So down dog, you're going to inhale, roll forward into high plank. So if you need to, you drop your knees behind your hips, but otherwise you want to press the floor away, spread your shoulder blades a little, lift through the back of the head, and then hug your forearms and your shins towards each other. Get that inner hug, deep core muscles, and then lift into down dog. I'm going to go a little faster now. Just inhale, roll forward into high plank. Get that alignment. And then lift into down dog. Exhale.
Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Don't drop your hips too low. One more, roll forward. Inhale, lift. And then three-legged dog. Right leg lifts. Lower the left heel towards the mat so you feel that. So nice straight leg, internal rotation, so roll that thigh under you. And then you're going to roll forward into plank, bring the right knee to your nose. And then three-legged dog. If this is too much, you can do this from tabletop like we did before. Roll forward into high plank, right knee, left elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, high plank, right knee, right elbow, and step back to down dog. Drop your knees, tuck your toes under, sit back through your heels. Gentle flow. So trying to stretch the soles of the feet. If it's too much, you can lean forward or you can rest on your hands on your block. Okay, palms down, come up into down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. So straight up and back, don't let the hip roll open. Roll forward into high plank, knee to nose. Push the floor away, spread the shoulder blades, exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, high plank, left knee, right elbow, obliques. Exhale, three-legged dog. Last one, growth mindset, left knee, left elbow. Step back to down dog, come into child's pose. And then slide forward into Sphinx. So lying on your front, forearms down, slide your hands forward so your elbows are under your shoulders. Forearms are parallel, tops of the feet press down, kneecaps lift, press the pubic bone down, and then draw the energy of your elbows towards your hips. Draw your core through your chest, through your arms, and then draw your chin down a little. And then bringing the left arm across in front of you, bend the right leg. So you can lie down if you want to, or stay up, but we're going to stretch the quad. So reach your hand back, so your thumb down, take the outside edge of the foot, and then let the elbow be soft, draw that heel towards your bottom. But keep gently pressing the hips down to lengthen through the front of the hip, so as. And then we're going to reverse that, so straighten your arm, push the foot into your hand, push, 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 so you can even add in this shoulder opening stretch here. Your thigh might even start to come off the ground, and then soften, release, change to the other side. So it's the passive stretch first, drawing the heel in towards your bottom, press your bottom down. Bending at the elbow if you can. And then reverse, push your foot away from you, resist with the hand.
coming up to sit with your legs in front of you. Navasana, boat pose. So you have hands hands behind your knees. Sit up tall. Gaze drishti straight ahead. Lean back. Lift the shins parallel to the floor. Spread your toes. If you can, you're going to reach your arms. But gaze is now on your toes. You want this inner hug, so the legs are parallel, but you feel this as if you're hugging a block. You can hold on to the thighs if you need to, but keep that upward lift of the chest, draw the pelvic floor up, and then exhale, cross at the ankles, palms beside hips, a little pulse up, and then come back. So even if you need to keep the toes on the floor, you want to feel that upward lift of the core. So navel to spine, lift the pelvic floor. So if you can release. If you want to go the whole way, you're going to straighten the legs, but you need to tip back a little bit more to do that. Soften shoulders away from ears. Don't hold your breath. Smile and cross your legs. Little pulse up. So this time we're going to release the hand. Actually, have your hands behind your head. And then you're going to push one leg away from you. We're staying tall for this one. So you're going to swap. It's a bit like elephant walks. Feeling as you lift your chest, your core is working. We're trying not to dump into the lower back. And then bring your feet down. Lie back. Knees bent. Lock your knees together. So take your feet apart. Bring your hands to your stomach. Just let the lower back gently settle towards the mat. And then arms beside you with the palms facing down. Lift both legs up. And try and have some tone in your legs. You've got no resistance up there, so it's a bit hard, but you want to squeeze your kneecaps a little, get some tone. Press your arms down so you feel your shoulder blades connect to the mat. And then flex your toes, so your heels are like you're stamping on the ceiling. And then you're going to take the left foot down a third and pause. And then take it down 2/3. Pause, draw your navel in. If that's enough, come back up. Otherwise, go to an inch off the mat. And then bring that leg all the way back up. Other side, right leg, a third, pause, keep both legs strong, 2/3 down, and then an inch off the mat, both legs back up, once more each side, so you don't have to go, if you can only do a third and then back up and hug your knees in, that's fine. So just seeing how you do, so you want both legs to push the feet pressing away from each other. Use your own breath as you move your legs. You can even bring one foot to the floor and with the leg bent and just do it with one leg if you're struggling. And then bend your knees, drop your feet to the mat, knock your knees together, hands to your stomach. So the thing when we're doing core work is to make sure you're not arching, because what will happen is when you lose control of your stomach muscles, your core muscles, your lower back will rise up off the mat, and that can cause issues. So you want to be able to draw your core in, so you can press the lower back strongly towards the mat. And if you lose that, then you need to back off a bit from the exercise. Windshield wipers, take your arms wide. Knees are knocked together, feet are wide. So turn the palms down and then inhale, and then as you exhale, drop your knees one way, turn your head the other. And then following your own breath, you'll inhale, head and knees to center, and then exhale, change sides. And then drop your feet again. We're going to come into flowing bridge. So heels under knees, feet hip distance apart. Bring your arms by your side, press your palms down. And then as you inhale, lift your hips up and bring your straight arms up overhead. Touch the hands down, back of the hands down behind you. And then on each exhale, bring the hands all the way back over and lower down through the vertebrae. So as your arms hit the floor, your hips are down. And keep moving with your own breath. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. And then come back to the hips down on the mat. And then you're going to bring your block between your knees. So still the feet ready for bridge. So heels under knees, not too close to your bottom. Arms by your side. Press the shoulder blades down, really use your arms. You're going to inhale, lift your hips up into bridge and squeeze the block. And then you're going to keep your thighs parallel but lift the right foot. So point the right toes, squeeze the block. So it's the left glute that's working here. You're trying to keep the hips level, keep breathing. And exhale, foot down, then the hips slowly down. Take a breath. And then the next inhale, lift again. And then lift the left leg. So thighs stay parallel, squeeze the block. And exhale, foot down, lower the hips down. We're going to do once more each side. Inhale to lift, right leg lifts. Breathe, relax your jaw, soften your shoulders, exhale. And inhale, last side, left leg lifts. Exhale, release. Remove the block. Hug your knees in again and come into happy baby. So arms on the inside, take the outside edge of your feet and then separate your heels. So feeling that lengthening through the back of the thighs, the glutes, the compression in the front of the thighs. And then exhale, release. We're going to come into Shavasana relaxation. So put your warm things on.